Interactive session 3, the practical ways to cure your heart harshness, a spiritual and behavioral workshop with Dr. Salah Sultan. So inshallah ta'ala, sisters, okay, they already, mashallah, Dr. Salah Sultan already did the job by himself. Okay, so I just moved to Dr. Salah Sultan.
السلام عليكم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه. Please, I'm here. We have to start. Please, brothers and sisters. هنا تقعد على الكرسي كده. You need to listen to me. اقعد على الكرسي بس. دي كويس ها؟ الأولاد مسؤوليتكم. مش في مكان الأولاد؟ طيب يعني الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه. ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. ونصلي ونسلم على خير الخلق وحبيب الحق سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه والتابعين يا دكتور ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين ثم أما بعد. I am a teacher and I am looking for everybody here and I can feel about everything in this hall. فبليز بنتنا اللي قاعدة تلعب مش هنا المكان ده الحقيقة. يا بنتي بليز be quiet or you can go. Quiet or out? What do you think? You want to listen? لازم نشوف صرف يا جماعه. انا يعني احنا بشر والدنيا بتختلف لما بيكون الاولاد في القاعه. يعني الطفله الصغيره دي ليها مكان مش كده؟ طيب يعني بليز دو ات فيري كويك. بليز كل واحده لها ابن او بنت تبقى مسؤوله عنها تنزلها. Can you please go to the hall for the kids? مين والدتها او والدها؟ نعم؟ مين اللي مسؤول هنا بالتالي؟ لا احنا مش انت تروح وما تجيش. اختنا يعني ودوهم تعالوا احنا عايزين يعني كويس. Our topic today about our hearts. How to face the hardest قسوة القلب. Everybody in our world, everyone feel sometime he is close to Allah, another time he is not close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes we pray and cry, and sometimes we pray without any feeling. You are like you go to any party. Some people after prayer laughing because they are really not praying. قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in His Holy Quran, يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. You will not benefit about any kids or wealth or health, anything, except you have sincere heart, good heart, fulfilling by Iman. This is the best thing we can benefit in the day of judgment. For that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Holy Quran, the heart holds either your belief or disbelief, iman or kufr. This is inside the heart. ولكن الله حبب إليكم الإيمان وزينه في قلوبكم وكره إليكم الكفر والفسوق والعصيان بل طبع الله عليها على قلوبهم فلا يؤمنون إلا قليلا كلا بل ران على قلوبهم ما كانوا يكسبون. The heart holds either your sincere or hypocrites. You do, all of us do the same thing. Prayer, spending money in charity, but someone do it for the sake of Allah, another one to show up. It is only in the heart. And this one will go to the paradise and another one. في هنا دكتور؟ دكتور please take care of it. لا حول ولا قوة. Say بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. دكتور. خلاص تعالوا please. Please come here. تفضلوا. تفضلوا يا جماعة تفضلوا. تفضلوا فين؟ نعم؟ هاتوه بقى. هاتوه. You know, Alhamdulillah, brother Salah is good, Alhamdulillah. I agree with him to do it. But what do you think if anyone fall down because he has something in his heart, body and heart? What do you think? All of us come around him, all of us concerned about him, we are looking for a physician, and we are ready to go to the hospital, all of us. And we'll start to stop everything in our life. Everything will stop in our life. If a physician told us, if it is for me, Dr. Sultan, you have to stop all your program and stay at the hospital. 1 month I will make, you need open surgery in your heart. I will accept or no? I will accept the decision of the doctor. I will accept to stay at hospital. I accept to pay all my money I have if I don't have health insurance. I accept to leave all my program with my family, with my brothers, sisters, conference, everything, my college, my university. It is true or not? Why we don't do the same thing? When we have a problem in our heart with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please think about it. Because we are concerned about the material issues. Material body, material heart, material eyes. You know what does it mean when you read every Friday قول الله تبارك وتعالى الذين كانت أعينهم في غطاء عن ذكري. Your eyes don't see anything about the creation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't look for the Quran and the Sunnah and knowledge. Your eyes far from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it is our hearts, it is dangerous. Then we see our brother Salah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect him, give him good health, good wealth, good kids, and everything good like this, inshallah. But look for yourself. Look for yourself. Wallahi, if we pray many times without crying, we are worse than we see now on Brother Salah. We need to look for our hearts. It is really have sincere or not. Our hearts is all this, the happiness or unhappiness. Our hearts hold this mercy or to be hard. All of this in ayahs in the Quran. I select 18 points how it is important in the Quran about our hearts. You can read it, you can take it from here after that. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us the most important thing in our body is the heart. ألا إن في الجسد مضغة إذا صلحت صلح الجسد كله وإذا فسدت فسد الجسد كله ألا وهي القلب. It is one place, if it is good, everything, body, heart, body, mind, everything is good. If it is not good, spoiled, everything is bad. Everything will be bad. I'm asking myself and all our brothers and sisters, why when we have any small disease, we directly go to the doctor and obey the doctor for any decision. If he told me we have to cut your hand, I will obey. It's okay. Open your heart. It's okay. I authored this book. This is the name of my book. الوسائل العملية الخمسة لإصلاح قسوة القلوب. After one story. One brother came after prayer and they told me I divorced my wife yesterday. Could you help me to solve this problem? I was very surprised because this man very quiet, very humble, very good for his manner. I told me what happened, and he mentioned the story and the argue between his wife and his. And I told him, you have Zayda, دي اسمها ايه؟ Appendix. Appendix. You have appendix, and you have to make a surgery now. He said, you are sheikh, not a physician. I told him, I am sure you have appendix and you have to make a surgery. He said again, Dr. Sultan, you are a sheikh, doctor in Sharia, not doctor in physician. And they told me I made a surgery before that about the appendix. I did it. حب يريحني قال لي ريح روحك أنا عملتها. I did it already. I told him, tell me what happened. You feel severe pain, first pain and severe pain, and you call the doctor, come to my office now, and you went to the doctor, and they said, please, you have to leave everything and go to the hospital, because you have to make an X-ray, and after that, surgery. Did you obey or disobey? He said, I obey the doctor. and he made a surgery, open your stomach, and they cut something, and he told you, you have to follow 5 things, at least 1 month. Number 1, medication. Number 2, movement. You have to move with very soft way. Number 3, food. Number 4, drinking. If you smoke or drink something, you have to stop anything like this. Number 5, feelings. Don't be happy so much or sad so much because it will affect your surgery. It is okay or not? He said, I follow the real program from my doctor. I told him now, I can give you a fatwa. This is the first divorce, and you can bring your wife again, but you have زايدة غضبية. زايدة غضبية. أنت عندك زايدة يعني something bad in your habits. You are going to angry and forget everything in your manner, and this is the way makes divorce between you and your wife. Before I give you fatwa, I need to make a surgery to make your manner. It is according to Quran and the Sunnah. You're angry, very low, not go up and forget everything and say bad words and the end divorce your wife. يعني انت لازم تعمل عمليه قبل ما نجيب لك زوجتك، لان ممكن نجيب لك زوجتك وثاني يوم تقول لها نفس الكلام and I went to home and think about the 5 program to fix our real heart, not body heart, but our spirituality in our heart. And I bought this 5 things: tawbah, repenting, conditionals, and struggle against our desire and the shaitan, battle with the shaitan, and judgment ourselves, and punishment ourselves if we don't fulfill our promise, and conditionals. This has happened after I went home and I cancelled all the appointments and set few days to write this book. Inshallah, I brought a sample of my book. I will give for the most of the Islamic centers or universities from many states in Japan, 1 copy from my books, some of them in the CD, the 2/3 of my books, another 1/3 doesn't print out until now, and also, inshallah, some hard copy books. One of them is around 60 books. Some of them about how to fix our heart with the practical ways. Number 1, start with the tawbah, repentance. Why we start with the repentance? Why? This question for you.
Because I made mistakes, so I want to rectify.
Yes, this is good. I did mistake. I have to clean my history. Yes. Yes, the other same person, not the same person. Yeah.
So I have to look at myself as him.
Yeah.
If somebody else is the other.
جزاك الله كل خير. نعم. Declaration, yes, very important. Now, our brother, you know what Allah said in Surah Al-Baqarah? For the real belief, فَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِالطَّاغُوتِ وَيُؤْمِنْ بِاللَّهِ. Start with kufr to have good iman. It is strange. And the ulama said لا يصح إيمان إلا بكفر. You have to have كفر before have إيمان. كفر بالطاغوت. You have to disbelieve about anything and believe only in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When somebody convert to Islam, he said Allah واحد, يقول لا إله إلا الله. تخلية لا إله تحلية إلا الله. يعني start with cleaning anything against your faith, against your manner, against your any shortcoming about worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about ruling. Fatawbah is very important for our sisters. If you need to, how any brother here, this is a glass, not fiber like this. Now I drink coffee here, and this glass is not. If I need to drink tea after that, directly I go to make tea on the same thing or cleaning first. Huh? You have to clean first. لما بتطبخي في حلة بتطبخي على نفس ولا بتعملي غسيل بنغسل حلة. We have to clean everything before we start to do something else with your house. If you need to have good furniture in your house, you start to clean your house and put the expensive and good furniture. It is happened everywhere. And it's the same thing in our hearts. We have to clean our hearts first with tawbah ila Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. توبة repentance هي الرجوع إلى الله تعالى كما عرفها الإمام الموردي بحل عقدة الإصرار عن القلب ثم القيام بكل حقوق الرب. It means you have some habits. It is sin. It is mistakes. It is not according to Sharia. It is against the manner of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And you have to change it. You have to have tawbah. Repent to Allah, oh Allah, forgiven for me all of these habits, all of these sins. Even our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, اللهم اغفر لنا سرنا وعلانيتنا هزلنا وعمدنا وكل ذلك عندنا. Oh Allah, forgive for me something secret, something people know it, something between you and only, something with people, something I have attention, something I have no attention to do it, and all of this I do it. We have three kinds of tawbah. توبة الإنابة، توبة الاستجابة، التوبة النصوح. توبة الإنابة, the reference of توبة الإنابة, repentance to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have some sin. توبة الاستجابة, you have shortcoming of good deeds. You don't do a lot of good deeds. You don't pray Salah Sultan, you don't pray on time, you don't pray at mosque, you don't go to the Islamic center or the masjid, you don't complete your word of Quran, the daily recite the Quran. But something sin, you have to fear Allah, and this tawbah al-inaba, something you forget or busy to make it. Both of them, they will make the complete repentance, التوبة النصوح. Where is the ayah in the Quran about التوبة النصوح? يا أيها الذين آمنوا توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا. What is it? What is the surah? What is the surah? هذا الأمر يحتاج إلى توبة. This, if you don't answer very quick, it needs to have tawbah ila Allah, repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I am the man among the people who love song and I say one word from any song, and who is the man who do it? All the people will say, oh, this is Fulan, this is the singer Fulan, this. We need to be ready all the time with the Quran. توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا, Surah Al-Tahrim. It means we have both kind of tawbah. For that our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made 100 times tawbah daily. إني أتوب إلى الله واليوم 100 مرة. If our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam repent to Allah 100 times daily, how much we need? What do you think? How many? If our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam repented to Allah 100 times daily, how much we need? Millions. I said millions, not thousand. Million times. Yes. This is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he did something good, he needs to do more. Oh Allah, forgive him for me. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح. After فتح Makkah, after open Makkah, after jihad. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا. The people come to convert to Islam. فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. Oh Allah, forgive him for me. Oh, he made jihad. And oh Allah, forgive him for me. Yes. And we need both. If we do something good or something bad, we need both of tawbah. It means tawbatul nasuh. And the tawbatul nasuh, it means also to be sure and promise Allah, I will not go back to the sin or the shortcoming of good deeds. I will not go back to this. Oh Allah, I forgive for me. I will pray at most as much as I can. You know the big difference between ziyarat al-masajid wa imarat al-masajid. Ziyarat, to visit mosque weekly, to visit mosque twice every week. But imarat al-masajid, as Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Tawbah, it means to be at mosque as much as you can. If you live far from the mosque, at least twice, Saturday and Sunday, go to the mosque. Because if you receive a letter from your job, your university, we will give you $1,000 if you come every Saturday, Sunday, during the time of Salat al-Fajr, the time of Dawud. We'll give you $1,000, or everyone will go. You will not say it is my job is far from my university, far from my house. No, we'll go. Do you believe if we pray in Salat al-Fajr in the mosque, it is less than to have $1,000? Wallahi, once it's better than everything in this life. If you pray Salat al-Fajr at mosque, it is better than to own everything in this life. This is the condition of or requirement for the tawbah. If it is with people or with Allah. With Allah, 3 things. With people, 4 things. Can you read it quickly, please? You can read it, sisters? Easy to read? If the sin was against God, then one must do 3 things. Stop committing the sin. Repent and regret committing it. Resolve to never do it again. And for people to give them the rights. If you have something bad against anyone, you have to wait to him and give him the right, or ask him for forgive. عملية. There's some of practical example of repentance. Sayyidina Wahshi, who was killed, who was mushrik, disbelieving Allah, killed many. One of them, Sayyidina Hamza, he killed Hamza, and he had a bad relationship and he committed adultery with many girls in Mecca. And he repented to Allah, said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And some girls after that called him, please come as usual. He said, no, I repented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am Muslim now. And Allah forgave for him, and change all bad credit to be good credit for him. أولئك يبدل الله سيئاتهم حسنات. كعب بن مالك, ماعز والغامدية, the one who killed 91 person, and he went to one who worship Allah, not scholar. Can I make tawbah in Allah? I have chance to make tawbah. It is an opportunity to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No, you killed 91 and you have to go away. Allah will Christ me with you if you stay with me. And they killed this one. And now it was 100 person, killed 100 person. And they still have some good thing in his heart. You know, he killed 100 person and they still look for tawbah, for repentance. And they wanted to Imam, Sheikh, Alim, scholar. Can I repent to Allah? He said, yes, absolutely yes. If you fulfill all this land with sin, and you say, oh Allah, forgive him for me, Allah will forgive. But you have to have sincere, and decide you will not again repent, regret, and decide you will not again come to this sin. This is the only thing you need. But I added something to you. Please leave this village, this area, this atmosphere, and go to live with good people, good friends. And they left. On the way, he got death. He got death, mad. And the angels from the hellfire, angels from the paradise come together. Everyone of them, every one of this group wants to take his soul. And they have argued. He killed 100% people. Another said he repented to Allah and he went to be good man. And Allah sent another angel and they said, you can look for the distance between the bad village and the good village. You know, wallahi, the best thing in this hadith, فَأَوْحَى اللَّهُ إِلَى هَذِهِ أَن تَقَارَبِي وَإِلَى هَذِهِ أَن تَبَعَدِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the distance between this man and the good village, good friends, short, and the distance between this man and this village, very far. Allah made it. He was in the middle. And Allah made it because, man, what? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always happy with anyone if you repent, feel regretting, and repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I feel, wallahi, in my heart, why people do all of this with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah calls us day and night. Please come to me. I will forgive and give. والله يريد أن يتوب عليكم ويريد الذين يتبعون الشهوات أن تميلوا ميلا عظيما. I have many stories in our present time. I educate my student girls in Cairo University to come weekly, once 1 hour morning, and how to call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make da'wah ila Allah. And they go to 3 girls, 3 sisters together to talk with who? With the girls in the street of the university who are far from any Islam, any practice of Islam, anything like this. Not only work with our good sisters, good... if any girl respond, they bring her to my lecture, weekly lecture with sisters to Tafsir al-Quran, explaining Quran, and Hadith al-Bukhari, the mosque in Cairo University. They brought one girl. This girl, when she came, she likes the girl go to, not the university, go to the Sahara party, like party. And inside the lecture, she started to cry, and she went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asked someone to get her scarf and the make hijab. She's different girl. And after that, always come and ask me, please, if you have very hard thing, good thing to do for the sake of Allah, because I committed a lot of sins. And I was very poor. My father had no job, and I went to work in restaurant. Someone from out of Egypt, from Khalij, come to eat, and he told me, can you work with me? And a lot of sins came after that. And just I work for money. She repented to Allah. She worked day and night for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People have good heart if you try to push them to be good people. Also, I have many stories. I afraid the time will go out. But wallahi, people need from us to make dua at night to guide them, to help them to be right people, and try to be close with people and remind them. You will find even he does every sin, every bad thing. Try to remind with soft way. We are not a Lord. We are human beings like them. And Allah says, كَذَلِكَ كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلِ فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ فَتَبَيَّنُوا. Don't be hard with those people because they don't have the atmosphere, parents, teachers, country to help them to be good. Alhamdulillah, Allah help our brothers to be good because many good things around them help them to be like you. But most of those people haven't the same atmosphere, the same people around them. So be careful for those people. After Dr. Morsi became a president, I announced everywhere, please, we have to open our heart with those bad people last time in the last regime, with Hosni Mubarak, and open the door for them to repent, to come again. And maybe most of them, they are looking for job, looking for money for their kids, looking for, most of them, some of like Ahmed Izz, like those, we have to complete the court with them. Like the most people are good. We have to take care of them. And wallahi, some of dialogue with sister in the airport, she converted to Islam. And the plane converted to Islam. One person in the flight between Detroit to Frankfurt, who was in Lebanon, and he has big business and 2 master's degree, he didn't pray one time. And he did every bad thing in America. But when I talk with him, he repaired to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the first time prayed in the airplane. The first time. And he told me, Wallahi, I have no idea how to make wudu, how to pray. We need to take care of those people. First, take care about ourselves. Number two, after you clean your heart, start to make conditions. Musharata, to commit. Now, you clean yourself. Second, I will be after this. Sorry. I will start to make general committing. To commit, to have pledge with Allah, to make many things. Take it with you, please. Number one, the Muslim. To read with thinking, not only reading. To read in the Quran daily, at least half hour, at least. Daily. Don't cut this past relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala إلا بحبل من الله وحبل من الناس. It's number one. Make promise to Allah, this is general condition. I will continue to start with the first page of the Mus'haf, go to the end. At least half hour daily. At least. Khalas. This is condition. This is pledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To be the one who pray and active in the mosque, in Islamic center, as much as you can. Mus'haf and the masjid, both are like wing of the bird. The bird cannot go, cannot fly without two wings. If you are close to the mosque without Mus'haf, close to the Mus'haf without mosque, you cannot fly. You cannot be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So please, this is general condition, general promising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And promise to be the best manner with people, with creation, like animals, like plants, like earth, everything. To be the best manner. يبقى مصحف, masjid, manner, with people, with creation. Make pledge. If I have any money, I will spend some of it for the sake of Allah. I will not go any Islamic center. I will not be invited for Palestine, for orphans, for people. For people here, when we have the problem crisis here, the flood, and the first people has to help Muslim community. First people. When I was in the USA and the flood of Katrina, you hear about Katrina? And America, the state New Orleans became the worst state in the USA. The poor is the very poor people, and they need help. And some of Islamic centers, Sheikh and Imam and administration, can you give non-believer from our charity? What? You don't read any Quran? ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا. Asira, really non-Muslim. It is in the first chapter in the Quran. I wrote an article and encouraged every imam, every Islamic center to give and to collect money for those people, because this is our duty. Make pledge. If you earn any money, 300%, 500%. Wallahi, if you spend, Allah will give you more. Because He's the most generous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most giving. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even it is very few money. Yeah. If you have only 1,000 of yen, 1,000, and you spend 10, it is very, very few money. But it is in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yani, good things. This is general condition. General commitment to follow Islam with its benefits, manners, and law. A specific commitment to overcome specific diseases or to do specific obligations. My dear brother and sister, be honest with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone among us, everyone, including myself, has a specific disease in his characteristic, in his manner, in his habits, in his tradition. Everyone. For example, someone is very strong to pray on time, to recite Quran, but if you ask him to donate, oh my God, every time we go to the Islamic Center, they ask for donation. I will not go to the Islamic Center again. I have to pray at mosque. But I dislike all those brothers because they ask for money every day, every time. Brother, this is a good chance for you. They open the door for Jannah for you. Don't say that. Give even very little thing. Someone very humble man, very generous for money. But if you make like this for him, oh, angry, and why you do that? Please, I'm sorry. Take it easy. Huh? This is disease. If you argue for nothing, for very little things, you will spoil in the relation with Allah first and with people around you. I know many good sisters. They did a lot of good things. But if one word from her husband, or the opposite, good brother, take care of his wife, his kids, and very generous for money, but if his wife have any mistake, goes up and say bad words and destroy everything. This is specific disease in you. Some people give a lot and speak more than you give. I did this and this and this and this and this and this. Everyone among us has to discover himself. The standard of the Quran and the Sunnah is very clear. And when you see, Alhamdulillah, I'm good for everything, but this is my weakness. This is my very weak aspect. I will take care of myself. Some people cannot live without coffee. Coffee? I cannot live without coffee. What? It is halal, I know. But I don't like anyone to be very like, it's like واحد مدمن يعني. Huh? Addicted, yeah. Addicted. Like drugs. It became like drugs. No. Make your life easy. Easy. Everyone has to take care of himself. Some people very good if you deal with money, with the other male or female, but he is very hard if he take any authority, control the everything, and make people, all the people come up behind him, not with him. Allah says, Muhammad Rasulullah waladina ma'ahu. People with, not behind. If you are a good leader, the people have to come with you, not behind you. But if you know yourself, you are not for leaders, not good. If you are a follower, if you are a soldier, you are good. Don't be a leader. Our Prophet Muhammad told Sayyidina Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, he is the best one among the Sahaba about da'wah, about sincere, about heart, but don't be a leader. لا تولين على اثنين. Don't be a leader upon two persons. إنها أمانة وإنها يوم القيامة خزي وندم. But Amr ibn al-As, for his nature, he is a leader. When he sit anywhere, he acts as a leader. After he converted to Islam, 1 month, our Prophet sent him to be a leader of Yemen and gave him big salary because he opened his house for people. He cannot live with very tight house. He cannot live with very tight money. No, he used to live as a leader, receive a lot of people, feed a lot of people, solve the problem between قبائل or عشائر اللي هي قبائل اللي هي نعم tribes, yeah, tribes. Solve the problems between people who have hard time between each other, tribes, and he cannot live with very tight money or place. You know, see, our Rasulullah know this man can be the leader, this man cannot be a leader. And if you know yourself, brothers and sisters, don't put you on the place you know it change your heart. All the people can say you are the best one, but you know very well, when you receive the responsibility about something, your heart go down. You pray without crying. You don't complete your own, and you don't read the Quran many days. You don't like a change. Be honest with yourself and say, no, I cannot be the leader and stop my usual worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like Salat al-Fajr in the mosque, like Qiyam al-Layl, like reciting Quran, like visiting my family. No, I have to stop all of these issues. We have two kinds of commitment. Commitment for the general thing in Islam, like I said, Mus'haf, Masjid, Sohbah Tayyibah, good friends, spending money all the time, be active in your community. And the other thing is specific diseases, because you discover yourself and you know, I am weak for this aspect. If you are weak, when you deal with sisters, خلاص, you can work with brothers, with the youth, with the kids, with any. Or the sister, when she is weak, when she talk with or dealing with brothers, don't work in this aspect. Work for many. You have many aspects. You can work and keep your heart very good, strong with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is some of, I did it for myself actually. If you open my website and look for the mission, vision and goals, I need to be Abd al-Rabbaniya, and the way to do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I need to be one among the scholar, and to do that I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to be strong in my body. Today, even I didn't sleep, I wanted to have my exercise. open, after Salat al-Fajr, I want to walk long distance. Be very serious in your life. I hope to be the best father, best brother, best boy for my parents, best one for my relatives, best one for my neighbors. I need to be close to, to fix any problem in my country and other countries. Actually, I have it here in English. Why I have stop here? You see, this is my website, Arabic and English. Both the goals and the ways or the means to accomplish this. If I read less than 20 hours weekly in Sharia, I judge myself. I prevent myself to take something I love, to prevent myself to sleep, to prevent myself to eat something I love, to prevent myself to, I have to stop against my desire, to go back to my direction. I have a lot of details. This is just for example. I have 11 goals in my life, and I look between every week, every month. I did this or not? I fulfill here or not? I am good at this aspect or not? To be among the reformers of society. How to do it? Sponsoring orphan, reconciling between people, building a mosque or an Islamic school to call to Allah to help new Muslim, to contain the youth, support activities, Islamic art, weekly meeting and crisis, circuits of knowledge, political awareness. We have a lot of things to do if we really need to fix ourselves. This is also, the last one is general. This is specific. If you eat a lot, you don't stop to eat until the food finished. This is the only thing you stop to eat. If you find anything, eat and eat and eat. No. You have to select. You have to eat and finish before you fulfill your stomach. A person who is overcome by the desire to eat, and so he becomes overweight or sick. So he commits to reducing the quantity of food. Number two, the person who is overcome by sexual temptation, so he commits to fasting 2 or 3 days each week and staying away from the places of temptation. Don't be close to temptation and say, I am a man, I try. Sometime will have succeed. Sometime you will have fall, and when you fall, it is a big fall. It is a big issue. This is always we have to think about it. Some people very fast to anger, and he should also control his tongue when he is angry. Some people always talk. A person who talks a lot without thinking should come to reducing his speech. Another people doesn't talk. His wife preparing good food for him, preparing himself, and he come, eat, and think, thank you. Just one more. Even some people doesn't. Some people don't do it. Eat only. It is not manner to do that. Please, if you come home, talk with your wife, with your kids. Don't stay long time. Please, say something. Please, we are human beings. Please. No. See of this aspect, you will find something in you. When you think now about your room, you left your room now. Did you clean your room before you come? And set up everything? Huh? Even the hotel. Did you? Everything mess. Even you are in the hotel. Those people, when they come to your home after you left, and they find the room different, oh, sister, I have scared. The Muslim is good better than others. You leave a message. You leave good message. All of us. Your room. If everything mess in your life, whoever finds himself disorganized should come to taking time to bring order to his time, house, library, and the car. Look to your car. Think about your car now. You leave your car, but what about your car? Is mess or good? I know. Don't worry, it is everywhere. The characteristic of commitment, it has to be commitment for high thing, but also something you can start with steps. 3 things. Setting high goals, being realistic, and making chance on step at the time. If you committed something, you have commitment. Number 2, repentance. Number 1, repentance. Number 2, commitment or pledge or promise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to change. General commitment, specific commitment. General for all Muslims, specific because everyone has some weaknesses aspect. Weaknesses aspect. You are not like me, and me not like you. Everyone has a different diseases, different weaknesses. Mujahada. The definition of mujahada, to struggle, strive against 2 things, shaitan and the desire. We have both inside. And outside we have one thing, traditionals, a'raf. If you can struggle against both aspects, inside yourself, out yourself. If all the people, men and women, shake hands and give a hug and kiss each other, it is normal for the tradition, but we cannot do it. With very humble, very simple, very clear, very good way. Assalamu alaikum. Khalas. Hey, anything like this. Khalas. Now, alhamdulillah, here is better than the USA or Europe. Maybe sometimes, alhamdulillah, I don't have of this bad situation. I always, when I met any woman or girl in the USA or Europe, I have to carry something in my hand. Oh, assalamu alaikum, or good morning, good afternoon. I have something in my hand just to give them message I'm busy about, like I can't do it. And people respect you if you do it according to your religion. According to your religion. Some of habits, not only shaking a hand or kissing or hug, no. When we make the steps for the work, oh my God, we have a lot of traditional out of Islam. Out of Islam. We have to make 3 or 5 parties and pay a lot of money. And most of people have no money. Every 5 seconds, one person died because he has no enough money or not enough medication. Every 5 seconds. And we spend a lot of money. I know one good person. When someone comes to make engagement, khitbah, to his daughter, and they said we are rich people, and this is, we'll give this big amount, big money as a dowry, mahr. He said, no, I can't accept that. No, this is our regular. I made it for the first boy, and this second boy, I have to be fair with all of them. And they said, let me to consult with my family. And we consulted with his family, and they decided to take this money, and they told him, we'll take this money and complete covering every expense for 5 people memorizing Quran to complete their work. All the expensive, everything. Alhamdulillah, he complete the engagement and everything for his daughter with 5 people around him. Memorizing Quran and they made dua for his daughter and her husband and the family. This is good. My brothers and sisters, we have to go out of the traditional, even it is some of them halal, but it costs a lot. It is very expensive. It is israf. What does it mean, israf? Israf. معنى إسراف. Going over the limits. يعني good يعني extra. Oh, I know. I forget. You have one word. I need one word. Mujahada, it means getting one's own self to perform, to be the best, to go against the thing inside himself or outside himself. That is the tool.
Like nearly finished, but we like to leave 5 minutes for questions.
Now?
2 or 3 minutes.
Oh. المفروض كنت تقول لي بدري شوية يا دكتور. يلا خير. Very important if you decide to do something, musharata commitment to have this drive. This is very, very important thing to change your habits. Because you sleep and woke up before you go to school, go to job. Now I have to wake up daily to pray Salat al-Fajr. You need to strive against your desire to sleep. This is, without this, you cannot go to Jannah, you cannot change yourself. فأما من طغى وآثر الحياة الدنيا فإن الجحيم هي المأوى وأما من خاف مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى فإن الجنة هي المأوى. See with me please. I will go very fast. I will not have time to, but please, and I will leave it here. You can take it with you and try to study it. Some of strive with the Sahaba, with the new people in our world, how to struggle against ourselves. Number two, bringing alive to the love of Allah. It helps a lot. Like woman, she loves her husband. She does everything without asking. And also fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If someone, when he breaks the light in the street, who will pay how much? 30,000? No, I have to stop in the light. I cannot break because it is the hellfire in the day of judgment. And quwwat al-irada, a strong will and desire. As you mentioned, for general aspect, for commitment, here also we have general strive for something you are very weak on it. And I mentioned a lot of things. Spending and with the money. Very angry. Yeah. People doesn't like to read. Start with the small book and go for the big. Who drive very fast. He can change his habits. If desiring woman is always on one's mind or looking at advertising or the TV shows that have almost naked woman, then fasting is the core. I mentioned many of these things. And benefits of struggle. Number 4, to judge yourself. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, after Hajj, after if you have any disease, any accident, you have to be very intelligent. If you have an accident, if you have any disease, if you have any bad situation, think about, may Allah remind you. Oh, Allah reminded me, Alhamdulillah, I have now, good, chance to repent, to be good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested me in this disease, in this accident, in this and this and this. Try to judge yourself. And judge also, you repent. And you decide not to go again. Did you do that? Did you fulfill your promise with Allah? You make condition, you commitment something. Did you fulfill your promise or not? I do my best for struggle or not. I pray in the mosque much as I can or not. I complete the Quran every month to read, reciting and thinking or not. I spend the money from any money I earn or not. Muhasaba li-nafs. But the last one, very important. It is punishment. Without this, we have nothing to fix our heart. Nothing. To punish ourselves if we have any shortcoming. Believe me, if one brother or sister prays Salat al-Fajr after sunrise, and they said, anytime I do that, I will fast all this day. I will not eat all this day. Even I am not eat by lunch or suhoor. Number 2, I will pray 2 rak'ah at night. Number 3, I will spend good amount for the sake of Allah. Wallahi, it's worth it to spend anything. Then you lost to pray before sunrise. من صلى الفجر كان في ذمة الله طوال يوم. ركعات الفجر خير من الدنيا وما فيها. 2 rak'ahs before Fajr. Think about the Salat al-Fajr. It is better. If you lose everything in this life, once you lost everything, your family, your health, your wealth, your kids, everything, it is less in Islam than you lost Salat al-Asr. Not only Salat al-Fajr. because he used to work in his farm. He punished himself by what? He gave the charity all his farm. He made it for the sake of Allah. All because all his farm, he punished himself. Sayyidina Ka'b ibn Malik, when he stayed to go to our Prophet in the battle of Mu'tah, and he made tawbah and repent to Allah, and they said, وَإِنَّ مِن تَوْبَتِي أَنْ أَنْخَلِعَ مِنْ مَالِيَ كُلِّهِ, and he gave charity all his own money. All his own money. And the Prophet say, keep some and spend some. If you don't do that, some brothers, I will finish, in Egypt have very good man, educator, يعني رجل مربي, and they mentioned, they sat together in the mosque, and they mentioned all the ayahs and the hadith about the value of Salat al-Fajr at mosque. And they said, everyone promised Allah commitment, yes. Strive before Fajr, try to don't eat much before you sleep, and sleep early, and have niyyah to wake up, and to help every two person call each other, and everyone go to take his brother with him. Please, I will come to pick you to the mosque, or go walk together, but I will come to you. He made everything. And the last one is, everyone gave us his advice, if someone doesn't come to the mosque, or didn't come to pray Salat al-Fajr with us, what do you think? What your اقتراح يعني suggestion? The end they agree. If anyone didn't come to pray Salat al-Fajr with us in the mosque, we will go to eat breakfast in his home. We will eat breakfast in his home. Now here is not wild. He can take them to the restaurant and pay for the restaurant. You know, I said, Wallahi, we do it as a good thing, funny thing, but no one, we didn't go twice to anyone. We didn't go twice to anyone at home. الواحد اللي بيروح يفطر عنده مرة بيتوب توبة نصوح، وزوجته بتصحيه والعيلة كلها بتصحيه، يروح عشان الجيش كله يجي يفطر عندنا. ما احناش فاضيين ليه؟ Try to find out something like this. One person, he writes the Quran and drives his car and reciting his Quran, and Shaitan came to him to stop reciting Quran. He can't. The Shaitan can't do it. And Shaitan goes to another person, and he came by his car very hard, maybe will make accident, but he stopped and opened the door, stopped to recite the Quran, opened the door, and they said, Ya Hmar, like you are donkey. The Shaitan had no way to come to him, and he came to him like this, and then he went to other person and pushed him to do bad situation with him, and he stopped to recite Quran and opened the door, and he said this F word for him. Oh my God, how I did that? I have to punish myself. He decided, number one, I will fast tomorrow. Number two, I will pray at night at least 4 rak'ahs in 1 hour, not only 4 rak'ah in 5 minutes. Number three, I will spend around $50 for this work. This is the number one of his decision. Number two, if I did it, if I do it again, I will make it double. 2 days fasting, 2 nights qiyam layl, $100 if I say this word again. He said, Alhamdulillah, now 30 years I didn't say this word again for anyone, because he promised. Make this pledge. He punished himself, and he did it. He did it. My dear brother and sister, we can listen a lot. and say, Alhamdulillah, this is a good lecture. We didn't come here to have fun only. We come here to change ourselves, to be in the right path. We cannot do it without listening and surprise and very good speech from Sheikh Hussein, Dr. Sultan, Zaid, or Amr, or this or this. No. Wallahi, we'll go to all of us the hellfire if we come only to do that. But we come here to change ourselves, to have information and have at the same time decision. Not only information. There is no good decision without information. There is no good information without decision. Take a decision now to repent, to commitment, to strive against your desire, shaitan, and bad traditions. And judge yourself daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, after any accident, any disease. And then, if you don't fulfill your promise with Allah, punish yourself by yourself. Wallahi, if we do that, we will have, inshallah, clean heart, good manners, we will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will find paradise. We'll wait for you, waiting for you, the angels waiting for you. ادخلوها بسلام. ذلك يوم الخلود. Allah will give us mercy. We will stand to see the face of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A lot of good things are waiting for us. Just do it. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم حفت النار بالشهوات وحفت الجنة بالمكاره. The desire go around the fire. It is surrounded by desire, and the paradise surrounded by do something hard to struggle against your desire. Thank you, brothers and sisters. May Allah reward all of us. And I would like to say again and again and again, I love all of you for the sake of Allah, and I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive for me and give me a chance to be with all of you, inshallah, in paradise, ibn ta'ala. Jazakum Allah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Jazakum Allah khairan, Dr. Salah Sultan, for your lecture, and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to support all of us for changing ourselves, inshallah, to be more near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now we have limited time, but we know, or we like to take even 2 questions. So please, if you have any question, any brothers, any sisters. Any sisters?
السلام عليكم. شكرا على المحاضرة. Thanks for the lecture. هتكلم أول سؤال في عربي، بس ليه يعني حاجة مش فاهماها. لو كنا احنا بنتكلم على الصيام أو الزكاة أو الصيام، فهي أصلا حاجات يعني عبادات شاقة، وإذا كانت هعملها تطوع وبعدين يعني هقارنها بذهن أولادي إن أنا عشان النهارده ما صليتش الفجر فأنا قمت صمت، يبقى أنا كده هكرههم في عبادات التطوع يعني. I'll repeat the question in English. I have some reservation about something that if we today, for example, we didn't pray the Fajr, I will make a punishment for myself that I will fast this day or I give something, and then I put just it will be in my mind that this is a punishment. This is not something to ask the forgiveness of Allah, because these things are really hard for the person like himself. Like it's not easy. So I need to make them like they are easy. Just go for them, you know. So I don't want to make them like a punishment, because they have a good hasanat or have a good reward.
Did you remember yesterday when I asked about when you forget something during the prayer, and we make 2 sajda. One of them to replace something we forget, and another thing to punish the shaitan. We do it not to punish, yani we can say not to punish myself, to go against my desire, to go against the shaitan, because the shaitan pushed me to do them. And I will do something good to have in الحسنات يذهبن السيئات. As Allah said in Surah Hud, وأقم الصلاة طرفي النهار وزلفا من الليل إن الحسنات يذهبن السيئات ذلك ذكرى للذاكرين. If we do something bad, try to do something good. And this is will, inshallah, erase the something bad and make your hasanat very good. Take it as the punishment of the shaitan, punishment of our bad desire, bad habits, to increase our good natural. You can take it this way. And Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab said very strong statement. الحياة بالعربي قوية جدا وممكن تاخدوها. إذا ألممت بسيئة فأتبعها بحسنة فإني لم أرى شيئا أسرع إدراكا لشيء من حسنة حديثة لذنب قديم. If you commit something sin, try fastly to do something good. This is a word of Sayyidina Umar. Because identify something very close, you do something close, to follow up something you did last time and erase it like good deeds. حسنة حديثة تمحو ذنبا قديما. This is أصلية ميزان. يعني you know الميزان يعني balance. Yeah. Balance حسنات and سيئات. You have shortcoming on this and try to make يعني the other aspect, good things, very heavy, and this is the way to go against the shaitan and outside. And I do that with my kids. I told my kids, I am with you against your shaitan. When I ask you to do something, not to punish you, to punish the shaitan, but I am with you. I need to be with me in paradise. I need to be the best man in this world. I need to be the mujahid. I need to be the best scholar. I need to be the best one. This way help our kids and ourselves too. Now. It depends how you deliver this message to others. You can deliver it for our brother here with different way your kids. Because their kids, you build something in you. And you have to build, they love Allah, love to worship Allah, not punishment. But some people, very old, he come to you and said, please tell me how I punish myself. You know, Al-Ghamidiyya, she came to Abu Salam and said, please, and demise, punish me. Prophet said, go. He said, no, I committed this and this and this. He came because he wanted to clean himself. So when you deliver the same message, you can deliver it with elder, youth, different than your kids. But it depends how to deliver it with others. Now.
Sister here.
Yes. مين اللي كانت تسأل؟ يقول يلا تفضل.
Why is that in the first of the hadith, the Prophet talked about al-shubuhat, then he finished the hadith by talking about the heart. So, is a direct relation between both of them?
Yes, actually you have very direct relation between the doubts, shubuhat. Something very clear it is halal, something very clear it is haram. Some issues it is not clear it is halal or haram. You have doubts about it. And if you have good heart, your heart very fast, he can give you, it means in the Quran, al-furqan, in tattaqullah yaj'alakum furqanan. Furqan in your heart, you can say, no, I cannot do this. Yes, I have to do this. Because your heart is clean. فَأَلَإِنَّ فِي الْجَسَدِ مُضْغَى إِذَا صَرَحَتْ صَرَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. Gives you a message, very fast message. For, not only for issues, for people. When you meet someone first time, your heart, if it is very clean, you can feel, I can deal with this one or not. He is good or not. Because your heart is clean. في ذلك الآيات للمتوسمين. But if your heart is not clean, يعني it will be dilemma. You know what does it mean, dilemma? ضبابية. You will not have good vision. It is clean or good or not. It depends on your heart. If we clean our heart all the time, we will have a decision. This thing is good, this thing is bad. This thing is doubt, I will leave it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be away from anything doubts or anything haram. If it is good, you will find your heart very strong to take it or decision about it. Now,
So, sorry, last question, sister. Yeah, last question.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
دايما في القرآن واستغفروا ربكم إنه كان توابا.
غفار. قلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا. سورة نوح صفحة على الشمال السطر الخامس. نعم. المصحف اللي حافظ عليه اللي هو 16 سنة.
فدايما لما الواحد يخطأ أول ما يتبادر لذهنه ما بيقدرش لذهنه إن هو يعاقب نفسه على الخطأ اللي هو ألزمه. هو أول ما يتبادر لذهنه تصحيح الخطأ عن طريق الاستغفار. فهل التوبة هل الاستغفار بيمحو بعض الذنوب ولا يمحو بعض الذنوب؟ وهل الذنوب يعني زي ما حضرتك بتقول دلوقتي درجات ان انا اجاهد نفسي بيها او ارجع للخطأ، فهل معنى كده ان لو انا استغفرت بس استغفرت عن نية صادقة لعدم العودة لفعل نفسه، هل معنى ده كافي ولا؟
We have many kind of sin. The question is, if we committed anything bad, the first thing that comes to our mind is to make istighfar. It is enough for everything or not? This is the question. It's okay? It is not for any sin. If you forget to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after eating, you will say astaghfirullah and you decide to remember Allah every time. But if you say bad thing against your sister, your brother, anything, it is not enough. You have to call him, please forgive for me. Or if you cannot deal with him or tell him or her, you can make istighfar for him, you can make charity for him. Oh Allah, وما كان بيني وبين عبادك فاحمله عني. تستغفري باسمه وتستغفري له وتدعي له او تدعي لها to give charity for him, but it is not enough to make istighfar. If I pray Salat al-Fajr after sunrise, astaghfirullah al-azim, but it's not enough. Decide tomorrow I will pray before Fajr 2 rak'ah to punish our shaitan, not ourselves. This is a way. We cannot say astaghfirullah and tomorrow pray Salat al-Fajr also at 10 o'clock in the morning, astaghfirullah al-azim, and then after tomorrow pray Salat al-Fajr at 8 o'clock or astaghfirullah al-azim. It is not enough. But we have to decide and strive and judgment and punishment if we don't fulfill our promise. This is very important. And please, brother and sister, it is very important for every aspect, every level, every level. See Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz radiallahu anhu. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz used to cry until Muzahim, the consultant, the man with him, work with him, feel he will leave this life. Why? Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he said, إني أخاف إن عصيت ربي عذاب يوم عظيم. He stood all the night, pray with this ayah only. With this ayah. Please try to find Some ayah, you feel something about this ayah, and repeat this ayah 100 times, 200 times, 1,000 times, you feel something different. Try to come today, I will make sujood. عندنا نوعان من السجود، واسجد واقترب، وهناك سجود واسجد واقترب. Some sujood to be close to Allah, some sujood to be away from Allah. Now I will give you an example. I will talk with Dr. Walid. Look for me with two ways. أكلمك ترد عليه. دكتور كيف حالك؟
الحمد لله.
أنت كويس؟
نعم.
يعني ولادك كويسين وحالك بخير؟ يعني كويسين
كويسين.
طيب. Dr. Saeed, how are you doing? Very nice to see you.
Thank you.
How about your kids?
Alhamdulillah.
You feel happy in this conference?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. I always make dua for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Think about both aspects. Now, the first time, I am very close to Dr. Saeed. Yes or not? Close by body only. I talk with him, give him my back, and he didn't give him my face. This is like our sujood without khushu'a, without crying, without submission. We make sujood, but without the real sujood. But when we come together, look to each other, smiling, feeling about each other, this is a real good meeting, good dialogue with others. This is like good sujood. When you have sujood, bring your heart, استحضار القلب, and ask Allah to forgive him. Ask Allah to help you, support you to be strong, to fulfill your promise with them, to pray Salat al-Fajr in the mosque, to complete the word of the Quran every day, to recite the Quran every day, to give charity, to forgive it for people, to give the orphan, the Islamic center, to support Palestine, to do this and this and this. The best time when you have sujood. If you feel any time your heart become very hard, go to the mosque alone, make long sajda, or even at home, make long sajda, maybe 15 minutes, maybe half hour, maybe 1 hour, sujood, and cry. Ask Allah to clean your heart, clean yourself, help your ummah, help our nation. You know, wallahi, Allah Azza wa Jalla, when He said, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. If you ask me, as Allah said, if you ask me, if you pray for me, big dua for me, I will respond to you. Allah promised to respond to us if we ask Him in the bottom of our heart. Don't feel any time I committed all of the sins, I cannot be close to Allah. No, don't feel about that. وَمَنْ يَقْنَطُ مِنْ رَحْمَةِ رَبِّهِ إِلَّا الضَّالُّونَ. If you have, yes, what does it mean? Hopeless, yes. It's easy. Hopeless. If you have hopeless, it is like very close to cough, disbeliever. But feel Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful. Allah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And ask Allah to forgive and to help you to be the best, to be the good Muslim, inshallah. Allah will help as He promised in His Quran, and our Prophet told us about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. جزاكم الله خيرا. شكر الله لكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
جزاكم الله خيرا دكتور صلاح سلطان. إن شاء الله